you are new to my channel or my videos, I am Sarah Todrick. I am a 6th grade world history teacher in St. Augustine, Florida, and I have been doing flipped learning for the last almost 5 years now. A lot of my teacher friends have asked me to kind of show them the basics of how in this time of blended learning and distance learning and all the craziness that's going on really globally, how they could create their own videos as well. So I wanted to kind of make a little mini series on my channel for what that might look like and just kind of the basics of it. This video is really going to be a very basic video, but if you know how to use PowerPoint, you are in good shape to be able to take the steps to create your own flipped learning videos. Obviously, I'm a little bit more stripped down than I usually am right now. I have my headphones as opposed to my good recording mics, so I'll apologize for the sound quality now and the big bulky headphones, but we're all learning, we're all adapting, and we're all making do with what we have. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to use your own PowerPoints to create a flipped learning video, how the recording process goes using PowerPoints, and then also how to convert it to video. What I'm not going to do in this video is get super in depth about how to create an engaging PowerPoint or how to do things like uploading it to YouTube, Schoology, whatever online or blended learning platform you have. My next video is going to be a video about uploading to YouTube and Schoology and kind of using that process to create several different points of accessibility for your students, because not all families allow their students to go onto YouTube. And then if there's interest, I will for sure create some content about how to make engaging PowerPoints, how to do all of the little animations and fonts and all that good stuff. But I really wanted to keep this basic and simple so that if you know how to use your own PowerPoint, you will be able to use this as a tool in your arsenal as we are all trying to kind of reach our students and do the best we can in this craziness. So all you'll need is your laptop and a good internet connection, and let's see what we can do together. Now you'll notice I have a tab that you don't, this recording tab. It's not defaulted, but it is really important for getting your flipped video the way you want it to be. So the first thing you're going to do is come over to File, and you're going to go down to Options, and you can access this through any particular PowerPoint that you have open. It does not matter. And you're going to go to Customize Ribbon. Now, it's going to look like this, and there's going to be a lot of options here. All you need to do is go to All Tabs, not Commands, nope, Tabs. And you're going to come down under Main Tabs to Recording, and you'll hit Add. Now, I've already got this, so when yours pops up, it'll look like this, but you'll only have one of them. And if you want to check to make sure, you want record, content, autoplay, media save. You want all of that good stuff in there. And then you'll just hit OK, and it'll show up. So now I've got two because I added it on, but that's okay. I can take that off real quickly. You should only have one. So now that you've managed to get your recording tab all set up, let's take a look at what actually recording is going to look like. So I've inserted a couple slides here just to kind of give us a feel for using a normal PowerPoint that you might have. This one was taken from a video I made for my kids about the ancient Hebrews. So once you have your PowerPoint arranged the way you want it, all of your animations, any graphic organizers you want, just like you would for a normal class, you're going to go over here to Record Slideshow. A screen like this will come up, and if you like, you can see here's a little picture right here. Now, you are not recording yet. You have to hit the button to be able to do that. If you've written yourself any notes, or you would like to write yourself any notes, you can do that right here. Or you can always come down to the Notes function here and leave yourself a note to make sure you have all of your big talking points. Big talking points go here. And then when you hit Record Slideshow, and you hit notes, they'll be right here, but your students won't see that. That's just for you. So you'll come up to record, and it'll give you a countdown like this. And then you'll be able to see just kind of the PowerPoint just like you would if you were projecting it. And as you go, you can page through and all of your animations come up just like you would in class. So this is a timeline about the Greek occupation of Jerusalem. And we just go through, we talked about how the Greek gods and goddesses were polytheistic, blah, blah, blah. Now, a cool thing about this is that you can use the recording stylus that comes with your district laptop and use these coloring icons down here to circle things, star them, highlight. So the PowerPoint works just like you would in class. And then as you go through, everything just pops up right like that. And if you make a mistake, you want to erase something, there is an eraser tool. And it gives you an idea of about how long your recording is right down here. It won't let me circle that, but you can see it. Now, I recommend doing this, especially at first, slide by slide. So when you're done with this slide, you can come up and just hit that stop button. Or pause if something happens that you need to just kind of, turn and talk. But this arrow will kind of page you through the next animation, and when you're done with all the animations, we've got one more on here apparently, it does take you to the next page. So again, your animations work just like normal. You can even include your graphic organizers. So word to the wise, any graphic organizers you use in Microsoft Word can be automatically transferred over to PowerPoint. And I find it best to have these sorts of shapes blocking and not just putting all the text up for the kids to take notes, because then they work ahead and they don't listen to the things you're saying. We've all experienced that before. And those are just white boxes that I put in and then animated to go through. And if you need some tutorials on just kind of the basics of how to put in these graphic organizers, work with the animations and all that, I'll create a separate video about that. So when you're done recording any particular slide, you're going to hit pause. I always hit pause first and make sure it's how I want. And then you're going to hit stop. And then the little video will turn off for you and you can just hit exit and it saves. Now, if you decide that you don't like a video that's on there, you can hit clear recording and clear recording on current slide. You don't want to do it for all slides because that will delete all of the recordings. You can also, when you exit out, you'll notice, now here's my face just on those 3 slides I recorded. If I don't like one, I can just hit delete and it's done. A cool thing I can also do is move around and resize this video. I can even, if I want, come up to format and change the shape. I could make myself a circle. I could make myself, I don't even know what that is, but you can play around with the shapes, the borders. You could put colored borders around. You could put all sorts of different effects, do soft edges. So you really can kind of customize what the video ends up looking like to be able to get your video to be the way that you want. Now, just a couple of things to be aware of when you are doing your recording from a slideshow. The first, so let me get back to record, and you can, let's just say record from current slide here. The first is, when you're recording, you want to check your settings and make sure that yours should say microphone array and integrated camera. And those will be the webcam and the mic that the computer you're working with has. Now, if you have a different mic or headphones that record, great, use them. I would say they're better. Or if you have a webcam, but they're all going to be right here. All right, and you'll record just like we talked about. But when you're back here, if you want to check your sound quality, you can just click on the picture and you can hear yourself. And if it doesn't work, you'll know that you are in trouble. Make sure that the volume is up over here, burp, burp, and you'll be able to You'll be able to hear yourself, and if you can't hear yourself, it won't record. And I do like to create just like a little introduction here. So at this point, you've created your videos, you've been able to resize the videos, and you've made sure that your sound is right. Don't worry if you make a mistake, because it really is as simple as just hitting the delete button and re-recording. And since you can do it by slide, it really is nice because you don't have to re-record the whole 10 to 15 minute video. Now, I will say, if you make a mistake, don't consider not deleting it right away. I like to copy the slide, so I'm going to hit copy and throw it at the end. And you can see I did that for another slide for a blooper. And I just, after I make the video and I make the mistake, I come in, I do a word box, and I just say blooper. And the kids really enjoy being able to see us not take ourselves so seriously and just kind of have some fun with it. So I'm happy with how my video is. I have my little introduction. I've got my videos on each slide. I'm going to go to export to video. Now, you're going to get some different file sizes you can use. I would use 720, it's fine. And you can leave this use recorded timings and narrations on default. That just gives you the option, if you don't have a video on a slide, how long it'll last. But you should have a video on each slide. And then when you create your video, you want to find a place to put it somewhere on your desktop. I would highly recommend coming down to your OneDrive and creating a file in your OneDrive. So I have a file here in my OneDrive that says videos MP4s 2019. And you'll notice all my video files are saved here. The reason that I do this is because once you have a file saved, in our next video, we'll talk about sharing them to Schoology. And this is a great option for kids who don't have YouTube access or aren't allowed to have YouTube access, because this will create a link that students then can access on any school network or any network, and they don't have to go through YouTube. But I'll show you more about that. So save yourself a file name once you've created your file in OneDrive that you like. So, let's just say example video. Okay. And there I'm double checking. I'm in my OneDrive and I'm going to hit save. So it says creating example video, and it does take a little while depending on how fast your internet is, but you've got a little kind of progress bar down here that will creep along as you go. So you're welcome to work on other things. Okay. And as always, make sure you are hitting that save button, okay? Because then you'll be able to save your PowerPoint with the video and reuse them year to year if you'd like. So this is going along perfectly well, creeping. I know that this seems like a lot, and honestly, it is a new skill, and we're all learning and adapting a lot of new skills right now. But if it's something that you want to experiment with, I just want to leave you with a couple reminders. It doesn't have to be perfect. It really does not. Your kids can tell when you are making an effort, and they are going to be excited for you to kind of have something new and reach them where they are. Remember that you can record slide by slide. So if something isn't perfect, if you make a mistake, you can go into each individual slide, delete that video, and then instead of having deleted an entire 15-minute long video, you've deleted a 2-minute segment. This has saved me so much time and frustration in the long run, to remember that it's not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You can delete just a little bit of it and it will be fine. You will be fine. It's okay to use notes. I showed you how to use the notes function on your PowerPoint, but also trust yourself. You are a content area expert, and it's okay if you forget one tiny detail. You can always add it in later. You can make another video, but also you know this material. So don't feel like you have to follow a script if that's not who you are as a teacher. If that is who you are as a teacher, then use that notes function and you can script out word for word exactly what you want to say to make sure you hit all those big bullet points. But if you're more of an improvisational person, go for it. You've got your PowerPoint right there and you've got your materials. You know this stuff. Most importantly, have fun. This is something that is new to all of us, and it's an opportunity for us to kind of show some new skills and kind of engage our kids in a new way. Have fun making those bloopers, have fun, you know, and we can get to putting sounds in and all sorts of stuff. And honestly, it's a cool opportunity for your kids to see a side they don't usually get to see. My cat has made appearances in videos. I usually have my coffee cup. It's a good way to show different elements of your life in a new setting. And just remember, this is a great opportunity to model that lifelong learning that we always preach at our students. So in our next video, which you can see the little thing there for, I will be showing you how to take this video that you are creating, this MP4 file, and upload it to Schoology or Edmodo or any other resource that you have, but also how to create that in YouTube so that you have that. And we'll talk about how to set up a channel, all that good stuff. And that will be in our next video, guys. Please leave any comments about things that you need clarification on, other videos you would like to see me making. This is all kind of a work in progress, and we are learning as we're going, guys. So please let me know what I can do to help you on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.